Well, Nassau County's mask ban is now officially on the books. County Executive Bruce Blakeman signed the controversial bill into law this morning, banning face coverings in public with a few exceptions.
That's right. Fox 5's Morgan McKay is live outside of the Nassau County Legislative Building in Mineola. And Morgan, there are still a whole lot of questions surrounding this about how it's going to be enforced.
And how it's enforced, Bianca Natasha, is going to determine if there's any lawsuits filed challenging this bill. But the bill's sponsor today said that this mask ban is really meant for those who intend to cause harm, but it will be up to the police to use their discretion. Now, Nassau County Executive Bruce Blakeman signing the bill into law this morning, a measure he said will improve public safety. Blakeman's today referred to recent protests in Manhattan regarding the Israel-Hamas war. Some of these protesters wore face coverings to intimidate people on the subway. He says he also believes it will cut down on crime, pointing to people who wear face coverings during a robbery. Those who violate the law will face a misdemeanor punishable by up to a year in jail and a $1,000 fine. However, there are exemptions to the ban if people have a health or religious reason to wear a mask. Now, speaking to one constitutional expert, Christopher Bopst, he said that since there are these exemptions in the law, it seems to hold up in the Constitution.
The particular ordinance in question regulates more of the conduct of wearing a mask versus the content or expression of what that particular mask might say. So in that aspect, it's subject to a different standard by the courts, and because of that would likely be upheld.
Now, this law is being highly criticized by some health and civil liberties groups who say that a mask ban is an infringement upon people's rights. The NYCLU condemning the law, saying that it will lead to racial discrimination. Governor Kathy Hochul and Mayor Eric Adams have both expressed interest in a statewide bill that would ban masks during protests and possibly the subway following recent anti-Semitic incidents. Hochul was asked today about this law, and she didn't quite weigh in on the ethics of the ban, but emphasized what she would be seeking if the state legislature were to pass a partial mask ban.
What I have said is I think that we need to have an enhanced penalty for someone who is wearing a mask during the commission of a crime. That is different than just a flat-out ban on wearing a mask walking down the street. There's a vast difference.
Now, masks were banned here in New York back in the 1800s during rent protests. That law was suspended during the COVID-19 pandemic by the state legislature, and it would require the state legislature to pass any sort of new mask ban, and they're not due back to Albany at the state capitol until next year in January. Reporting live, I'm Morgan McKay. Bianca Natasha, back to you.
All right, Morgan, thank you. Well done.